Okay, I'm gonna make a guide on the wilderness. If you hear my air conditioner in the background, too bad, because I'd be fried if it weren't for my air conditioner. The wilderness is still a considerably dangerous place, even without the PKers. Though, without the PKers, everybody has dared themselves to go into the wilderness a lot more often, especially for wilderness coordinate clues from level 3 or even level 2 clue scrolls. Um, but you should go there still prepared, especially if you're thinking about getting a reward from the clue scroll, because if you get the reward and it turns out to be somewhat decent, but you don't have any method of getting out, or you don't have a way of defending yourself, it would be hopeless. And defending yourself against a revenant with, say, a third age kite shield in your inventory isn't going to be very fun. So you want to have a way to be able to escape easily and safely. So what I recommend is just taking 1, 2, or 3 prayer potions. You should always make them 4, and then not restores, but you should always bring energy potions, because if it turns out you're tele-blocked and you don't have a method of teleporting out, you have to sprint for your outs for your safety. So I always take 4 to be safe, and bring all sharks, and then always leave 3 inventory spaces open. Okay, now, one of the other good points about Dragonhide is that it's cheap, and it gives good mage defense. So you should always bring your best Dragonhide set that's cheap. So don't be bringing Sardamine Dragonhide, because if you lose that, though you probably wouldn't with this preparation, you're not going to be very happy about losing that. Then always bring a Dragon Dagger, especially for clue scrolls, because you'll have to kill off a Zamrock Mage or maybe a Yuri dude. And they're lower in the wilderness, so Dragon Dagger does the trick. And bring a Spottier Cape or a Spotted Spot, however you pronounce it. I forget what it's called. The darker colored one, and it lowers your weight a bit, so you'll be able to run a bit longer. Don't wear any jewelry unless you're really sure you won't get tele-blocked. And so, if you're dressed like this, and you bring the 3 prayer potions and the 4 energy, super energy preferably, and almost full inventory of sharks, you will be almost sure you will live unless you do something stupid. So, yeah. Now we're gonna talk about safe spots, which are some of the most important things out. Okay, as you can see, there's the wilderness map with a bunch of dots and lines on it. I'd like to first talk about all the danger spots, which are marked by red dots. Let's just start with the top left one, right here. You'll notice it's by the wilderness agility course, and the mage arena is to the right. What's dangerous is there's other animals there that don't pose much of a threat, but if you start getting attacked by them and you get your HP down, then you run back either way, and the revenant comes, you're not going to be liking it when you get hit by 30 and have 2 HP left, and for some reason your shark won't go down your throat. So just remember that, but the quickest escape route is to the mage arena, and just hide in there if you can't get teleported by the lever, because the teleblock might do that. Other than that, I can't think of anything bad, because they can't go through the walls or anything. You'll be running from this way, so the revenant, you'll go in here, and he'll be stuck out here. Hopeless. All the white lines represent where to go if you have been teleblocked, and yellow lines represent where to go if you haven't been teleblocked. And the green dots also represent safe spots, and Mage Arena, of course, gets it, because I think I'd rather be attacked by the mages inside than a revenant, though it wouldn't, wait, maybe I wouldn't, but whatever. Okay, next danger spot is here, right near the Scorpion's Pit in the Rogue's Castle. And you could kind of make it this whole area around to the rogue's castle, because there's the chaos elemental there, and he's probably a bigger threat than the revenants, but along with your protect with mage, you'll be able to escape, especially if you have the dragon hide on. You should go to the deserted keep, which is also a safe spot, and hide in there even if you have a teleblock. And if you don't, you just use the lever. Or you can go down to Red Dragon Isle and do whatever you need to do there. So, next dangerous spot is in between the lava maze and the Red Dragon Isle. The problem with it is there's not really a close way to get out of the wilderness there. So you might want to go to the Red Dragon Isle and chill there, see if you can get the revenant off you or whatever is chasing you. And even though there's red dragons in there, I know there's safe spots that you won't get pwned by them. So you can just hide in there. And then basically, once you're there, you can go to a teleport spot, or, yeah. Next dangerous spot is this one right here outside the lava maze. It's dangerous because, again, there's no quick escape route. If you're running low on prayer and you don't want to use a prayer pot, you can always go over to the altar. But I don't recommend it, because if you're prepared, you just sprint out of there. Don't make any stops. Just get out of there as soon as you can. This is probably one of the worst dangerous spots I can think of. The reason I don't have anywhere to put a line is because if you're not teleblock, you'll just go to the portal with the ancient teleporter right here, which are all marked by the tinier light blue dots. But there's absolutely nowhere you can actually escape from except that. So if you're teleblocked, I mean, all I can recommend is going out the quickest way you can, because there's nowhere to hide here from a revenant unless you go to these ruins, which might not even do the trick, but that might ward them off because they can't go through walls or something. Then the next dangerous spot is over here. It's, again, no safe spots nearby except the Bandit Camp and the Dark Warriors Fortress, and they're not escape routes. That's the problem with it. If there's no escape route, it's not very safe. It's just a way to wait, recharge, see if your teleblock gets off, and then sprint for it. But here, again, you just go straight out of the wilderness. Everything that's not near any teleporting area, you should just sprint out of there. If you're near a teleporter and you're not teleblocked, I highly recommend you teleport until you get to this one, so you can just sprint out of the wilderness. Unless you need to go somewhere else. And remember, the lava maze is a dangerous spot, because there's these lesser demons in there, and if you by accident click on the ladder, there's poison spiders, and then if you're stupid enough to click the lever, you're going to be pwned by the KBD, King Black Dragon. Now, all the safe spots would have to be the Mage Arena, the Deserted Keep, because there's a wall there you can hide, and there's the lever to Ardugne, and the Red Dragon Isle, and the altar, Bounty Hunter, Dark Warriors Fortress, the Bandit Camp, and Fist of Gothics, and Clan Wars. Most of these places are all considered safe because of the walls and the ability to teleport. In the Bandit Camp, the Dark Warriors Fortress, Red Dragon Isle, the Chaos Altar, and the Clan Wars case, it's just because there's a wall and there's no bank or anything to save you from anything. I mean, if it's a popular Clan Wars place, maybe some level 138 will go out there and pwn it for you, but those chances are not very high. So just, if you remember all this, this is probably not all the safe spots and all that, and I think I might have missed one ancient teleporter, but if you remember most of this or all of this, you're bound to be safe in the wilderness, especially from revenants if you're prepared with the armor and potions. This concludes part 1, and thanks for watching.